Hey there, I'm JD, and today we're in My RV Skills to take a look at a challenging backing situation sent in by a viewer. David asks, could you do a video about reversing a trailer out of a tight space and around a bend? Thanks. You bet we can. Let's get right to it. Here we have a narrow drive where we've gotten in and now we need to get out. The straight back can be one of the toughest challenges when backing up, but the main thing is just to be patient with ourselves. Little mistakes can mean lots of back and forth to get things going the right direction. If we find our trailer getting too close to either side, we don't have much room to correct, so it's important to pull forward to get a better start. We just have to make sure we don't make anything worse in the process. Here's where a spotter can be super helpful for doing this kind of thing in the real world. If that's your situation, play it safe and get help to make sure everything goes well. Since our main goal is to back straight out, and we don't have much room to maneuver, addressing any initial wonkiness is the first priority. Here's an example of starting off at an angle, so we'll first work to get things straight again. It's okay to get closer to one side than we want to give us room in front to straighten things out. Then we need to correct quickly and effectively to get the trailer more in line with the tow vehicle. After that, it's just a matter of making small corrections effectively to keep things straight. This is where the tricks like grabbing the bottom of the steering wheel and moving it where you want the trailer to go, or holding the wheel like normal but turning in the direction of the problem can be helpful. Whatever works for you to remember which way to correct when things aren't quite right is the right way. In the real world, you can often use the angle of the side of the trailer in the mirrors to see when it's getting off course from the tow vehicle too. Okay, that's our approach to the tight back, so let's move on to backing around the bend. This can be quite tricky because it's like straight backing in a tight space, but instead of trying to maintain alignment between the trailer and the tow vehicle, we're trying to maintain a specific state of misalignment. We want a very particular angle between the tow vehicles, the angle that will take us nicely around the bend. Of course, that's in a perfect world. Often we don't get perfectly shaped bends, so that means the angle may even need to change at various times going around the bend. All this adds up to needing the most patience with ourselves as we tackle this tricky maneuver, and an even bigger need for spotters and due care if you're doing this kind of thing with a real vehicle. For backing around the bend, the main thing to watch is the back of the trailer. If it starts getting farther and farther away from the inside edge of the turn, that means our turning angle isn't sharp enough, and we need to decrease the angle between our tow vehicle and trailer. If the rear end of the trailer gets closer and closer to the inside of the bend, then we need to do the opposite. Straighten out our turning angle some by increasing the angle between the tow vehicle and the trailer. Keep in mind, even if we're doing everything right, the bend can have a different angle at different parts, so continual adjustment may be needed. And of course, if it seems like we've really gotten off track at any point, pulling forward to correct a little is always an option. We don't want to chase a slight mistake until it becomes a big problem. Alright, here's a quick look at putting those two things together. We make small corrections to help us back straight in a tight spot. Then we watch the distance between the back of our trailer and the inside edge of the bend to try and keep it consistent as we maneuver around the bend. Pulling forward to readjust as needed. And continuing with this process until we're out of the woods. So that's backing a trailer out of a tight spot and around a bend. A big thank you to David for suggesting these topics. I hope that helps you out, David. And a big thank you to you for watching this video all the way to the end. I'll catch you next time.